Hey-ho, Stampers! Today we're going to do a Halloween card. We're going to use the Wicked Cool stamp set, one of my favorites, and this is the card that we're going to do. I'd like to show you one little tip. I'd like to show you a tip each day, but today I'd like to show you how to keep your clear mount stamps onto the blocks. A lot of people say that they just fall off. What you need to do is you need to clean your blocks with our cleaning cloth. This is the Stampin' Up! Cleaning cloth. And what you need to do is you need to clean the block. The oils from your hands get on the blocks, but they also get onto the rubber, so or on the cling. So what you want to do is you want to take and you want to just rub this over the cling, and you're getting off the same stuff that you're getting off on your block. And then you should have absolutely no problems with your block and your clear mount stamp sticking together. Okay, so let's begin. I started my card with, my base card is with a piece of rich raspberry cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so here's that. Then the first thing I did was I ran it through my Big Shot. And when you go to run your stamp or your embossing folders through your Big Shot, you want to make sure that you have the right layers. So for this one, the right layer is tab 1, because we're going to use our embossing folder. It's going to be the spider embossing folder. And when you have a card and you're not just using one layer, you need to know how to lay this in here. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to find the front of the folder so that it is on the front of your card. Otherwise the embossing will be the wrong way. Normally it will be on the front of your folder, but the way you can tell if you don't have, or if your markings have rubbed off, is you can take and you can feel. This is what I call the indented side, and this is what I call the outdented side. So you want the front of your card to lay on the indented side, so that this piece right here can pop into your card and push out onto the front, if that makes sense. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this here onto my embossing folder. I'm going to lay my embossing folder down. I am going to be on tab 1, and then I'm going to put one clear mount, and then I'm going to take and put my embossing stuff, and then I'm going to put my top on there, and then I'm just going to run it through my embossing folder. Now, one of the things that you could do is you could add some. Now on this one I didn't, but on this one what I did was I took our new illuminant paint, or our new illuminant ink, and I ran it across the outside of it by just rubbing it right across. You want to do it nice and gentle, but just kind of rub it right across. So you do it this way, and then you do it this way. This is the new illuminant ink, okay? And just let it dry. Doesn't take long. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to make our layers. So the first thing I need to do is I need to punch with my scallop trim punch. I need to punch my little embellishments. I like to center mine first, here and here, okay? Punch it out, line it up, punch it out, and line it up. Okay, so you're going to do that 2 times for either side. We have our green layer next. So we have both of these. We're going to take and run a little snail down. Add those. We've got our base, and now we're going to do our stamping. What we're going to do is we're going to take our markers, and this is the candelabra from the stamp set. We're going to take our markers, and don't you love how Stampin' Up! Markers match all of our inks and our papers? It just makes it a whole lot easier. Alrighty, so we're just going to get the candelabra part of it, not the candle. Okay, we don't want black candles. Even though at Halloween black candles would be nice. Okay, there's the gray. Now we're going to do raspberry candles. Go right up to where, whoops, I got to get some more on that one. need our little flame. Alright, huff. It's the only legal huffing you can do. Stamp, and you've got your candelabra. Now the next little thing that I did was I took my black marker, I took my 2.5-inch circle punch, and I punched out a half of a circle for a template. I love templates. And then what I did was I laid this on here just about there. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually make the table. So I used my 1/2-inch circle, or my half circle, and I just went all the way around and stopped and made my table. So we've got that part of it. We're going to stamp with our Stays On ink the word spooky. Okay, and now what we're going to do is put it all together. Now here is our new ribbon from the holiday catalog, and I'm going to take and just fold this onto here. Now the best way to do this is as you're folding, you want to keep turning this. So here I'm putting my first fold, okay? And you want to take and you want to push it from top to bottom. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to take and you're going to turn this because we want to make sure that it all stays with the lines out. Okay, I'm going to turn this one now so that the lines stay out, and there's my bow. People always ask, do you take and tape your ribbons down? I tie mine so tight that I don't need to tape them down. Now the next thing, I'm going to use my fabric scissors from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. I'm going to fold my ribbon down, and then I'm going to cut toward the fold, and that's going to give us those spooky little ends. Okay, there's that one. And then we're going to fold, and you're going to cut toward the fold, and there's my spooky little end. And then we're going to take and we're going to put some pop dots on here. Just put pop dots in the corners. You don't need to over pop. Okay, remember to stick your finger in, lift it up, stick your finger in, lift it up, stick your finger in, lift it up, stick your finger in, and lift it up. And that's going to go onto our base card right here. And there is our finished card. I hope you enjoyed my post today and hope you come back tomorrow. Have a great day.